All right, y'all, moving on. In an interview with People, Zaya Wade opened up about how she has been impacted by hurtful social media comments about her appearance after she came out as transgender in 2020. Zaya said, as a trans person, once I came out, there were a lot of hateful comments about how I should grow my hair out long or fit into a certain version of femininity, even though that is not true at all. She added, that kind of advice is just trying to break you, but don't let it. Zaya also said she leans on her family for advice and talked about the important lesson she learned from her stepmother, Gabrielle Union, that not everyone in the world and in the media is going to be truthful about what you look like. Al, what are your thoughts on Zaya's transparency and what she's saying?
You know, I have mixed emotions here. First of all, the things that the people were saying about that young lady and the Wades was just despicable. It was wrong. It was completely wrong what they were saying. I've been very supportive of the Wades, and especially how Dwayne Wade is taking on his daughter and the trans community and raising a transgender child and being very forthright and transparent about it. I think I still applaud the Wades for doing that. But I got a problem with a 14-year-old on Instagram. And I don't know, maybe I'm telling my age, but and I understand Instagram has a rule and a law that you have to be a minimum of 13. I have always been one to say that number should be 15. But 14-year-old Zaya, she should not be on the internet because these comments and the way people speak and talk about you is just despicable, and it could really crush your self-confidence. Shit, I'm 50, and when I read some of these comments, it like cuts, and this is from people that you don't even know. Can you imagine what they're saying about this young lady as she leads the charge of transgender girls and transgender boys? Can you imagine what some of those comments are? I just feel like emotionally and mentally, she should not have access to it and she should not be reading it.
I think her story and her personal business and all of this, we shouldn't even know about it right now
Right.
until she's 16, 17, 18 years old.
Right.
It's become, it feels, I'm gonna say it feels
Gimmicky.
very cloudy. It feels very attention seeking. It feels very, I'm just being an advocate and supporting my daughter. What do you think was gonna happen, Gabrielle? You got dragged through the blog so many times. Dwayne's got dragged through we all have been dragged. You know better. So then you put your daughter out there, your stepdaughter out there, and then it's like, oh my God, they're just being mean. Humans are gonna human. People are, we're in a horrible place right now. I don't think we should be in her business like this. We shouldn't even
Right.
know that she's transgender at 13 or 14. In my personal opinion, Q, I don't know if you agree with me, but what are your thoughts on the story?
So, for me, I just want to give this story a little bit of depth. And I think that the hateful messages that she's gotten had less to do with her being trans and more to do with her being a celebrity. You can switch out Zaya Wade for anybody who has the level of visibility that she has, and they will all have a story of receiving super negative comments about their appearance, about their life, and about their choices. So Zaya, I don't want you to think this is solely because you're trans. It's probably a little extra because you're trans, but it's not solely because you're trans. It's just the cost of being fame. And because you are a daughter of the LGBTQ family, I'm going to tell you what I always tell people who ask me about fame and how I deal with it. Suck it up. You've been thrust into a very adult world, and your family and you seem to like it and want more of it. Suck it up. You live a more privileged life than most people will ever. And it comes with the cost, baby. This is the cost, and welcome to the world.
1000%. You can go on any popular blog site, and if any one of us that's recognizable, even kind of recognizable, puts a positive comment on a story, there's been people with, I'll say, she looks great. There'll be a whole bunch of comments focusing, are you saying the other person doesn't look good either? Like they'll find something negative to say. So why even you have two celebrity parents that knew better. You knew better. It's your job to protect. I'd be like, no daughter of mine, especially going through this, is going to be put out there. They're not going to be kind. Everyone's not going to be kind.
Yeah. But now that you're here, baby, I hate that you have to learn this lesson at 14, but the lesson is suck it up. Welcome to the world.
That
and
part.
again, I leave you with, you live a very privileged life one that most people will ever dream about, baby, and it has a cost. This is part of the cost.
And I also hate, before we go to commercial, she's really only identified for being trans. We don't know if you are an athlete or how you are in school, your personality. We only know you for trans. And I think that's unfair to just like your whole existence is just pinned on this. That's a lot of pressure for a 14-year-old. All right, y'all. Great conversation. Quick commercial break. And when we come back, we're going to talk about a transgender man getting a uterus transplant and how people are tripping on that. They are not happy. We'll be right back with more TGIF after this.